What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, we're actually going to be discussing the brand new developer notes that Netmarble dropped yesterday. Now, this is a very important dev notes, guys, because we had a lot of things that the community kind of discussed in the past week or two, and things that the devs actually kind of addressed in this dev note. Spoiler alert, I have gone through this already, so I won't be initially reacting to everything here, guys, but I will be reading off the information so that you guys know what Netmarble has actually decided to do with the upcoming updates for the game. And one more thing as well, guys, I actually did pull up my Google document as well, just in case there's things we can actually correlate from my Google Doc and also from the developer note. Not that I actually had a play in anything that is coming for changes, but I feel like, these are the things that I wrote down that I feel like were important, and we'll see if Netmarble actually addresses them. So you have right here, guys, these number 70 message from the developing team, QP. So yeah, we'll just start in here and we'll just kind of talk about everything they got going on, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts. So hello, I am the QP producer of the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. Hello players, are you doing well? In this developer note, we will provide you with the information about the collaboration update, improvements to the content that will be added after August, and the direction of updates until the end of the year. So the first one here that they have, guys, is about the collaboration. Now, I feel like we don't really need to address this one because we pretty much got the patch notes covering all the stuff that's going to be going, with Overlord. But pretty much one thing that they do mention, though, is that, is a very hyped up collaboration, guys, even for a rerun. So that's something that kind of is important, because that means that in the future, if there is another collaboration that really needs a rerun, I guess the devs might do it. So I guess that's a good sign. Yeah, so that was pretty much that for the collaboration return thing, but we mainly want to talk about this right here, guys. So the update direction for the second half of 2024, because this is very important. So we would like to inform you about the update direction for Grand Cross, which is currently being prepared by the development team for the second half of 2024. In the first half of 2024, we attempted to change the way we operate updates in order to bring something new to the stable game flow that has been in place for a long time. We made small changes to the gameplay, such as adding a lobby for the concept of the four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, reorganizing the battle menu, and adding the Adventurer Journal and Heroes Book, etc. In addition, we have prepared brand new content and events to experience, such as Merlin's Laboratory, where the players can check their records, and the production of special original records, where you can enjoy the OSTs of the main characters. So pretty much what they're talking about here, guys, is mainly the things they did during the 5th year anniversary. Honestly, they say the first half of the year, this is the 5th anniversary when they did all this stuff, right? So they mentioned all the things that they've done as changes. Now, right here is the important part, though. So let me actually scroll down. Of course, as many players were interested in this change, we understand that there were some shortcomings and inconveniences along the way. The development team is listening to your opinions and is also considering the direction of further changes internally. Bro, that's crazy. I don't know if we actually had any say in any of this, guys, and if this was something that, as a community, we, kind of got to the devs. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I know on JP, Dorachan did make a video about kind of addressing the whole, issues with Grand Cross at the moment, so that's probably part of it, right? I don't think I really had too much of a say, and I don't even know if Nagato had too much of a say either with his video where, he covered mine. I don't really think that really had too much. But because we addressed it to the, the English community, and you guys all know about it now, maybe they're doing something about it. It's possible. So yeah, right here in the second half of the year, we will continue to listen to your feedback and make adjustments to improve the game and add new content to meet your expectations, and we will introduce these, we will introduce some of these in this developer note. Alright, guys, so starting off with the first thing here that we have, it's going to be the festival update cycle. So the development team has taken your feedback seriously regarding the fast-paced festival schedule implemented in the first half of the year update. In the first half of this year, we tried to make seasonal festivals more rewarding by providing various rewards and training materials. However, we actually found that this process placed a greater burden on the players than expected, which is true, because it does take a lot of, grinding on Grand Cross to even be able to make 900 gems for every single festival every single month. So it is really something that is going to be definitely placing a big burden on the players. Now, although we were able to receive more training materials and diamond support through these first half of the season festivals, we believe that the frequent appearance of new characters is becoming a burden on players. Based on this issue, we are currently discussing the direction of future festival cycles, and we will endeavor to make changes for the better based on your opinions. So it seems like they're kind of, leaning towards what the players have to say in terms of the festival schedule. They're definitely going to be, releasing less festivals and not doing those like seasonal ones anymore, guys, from the looks of it at least, based on our opinions, because we all as a collective, I feel like, just don't really think the seasonal festivals really need to exist, right? Like, they really don't. They're kind of just there so that they can make more money on a glorified festival character, and it's really not something that needed to be done. Alright, now the next thing they got is going to be reducing fatigue through reorganization of existing content. So this is really good. So for a long time, Grand Cross has strived to provide new content for to give players a variety of fun. No matter how interesting a piece of content is, the more it is repeated, the more you get used to it. So we believe it is necessary to continue providing new content. This year, we introduced content that players will need to challenge and play over and over again. Guys, you hear this? Over and over again, such as the Demon King battle and the Transcendent Beast battle. In response, we plan to focus on reorganizing and simplifying existing content and updates until the end of the year. So they're pretty much addressing what I had to say. Right, like, guys, right here, infinite grind endgame is bad for the game, and they're actually mentioning it though, like, right? Like, that's they actually are addressing it here. This year we introduce content that players need to challenge and play over and over again. They literally are addressing what I mentioned. I don't know if I'd say in this, but bro, that's crazy. I'm glad something is being done about this though, because this is like a very important thing that I mentioned in my, you know, addressing the drama, and it's something that is important for the game. You know, if the end game is really bad and it's literally infinite, people are going to complain. So let's see what they actually did change, guys, in terms of the things that they said they're going to be reorganizing for existing content. So the first one that we got here is Training Cave. So the Training Cave is a piece of content that has been remodeled in the past, but I think there are still complex aspects to it even after the remodeling. As this content has been around for a long time, many players have been accustomed to it, but that is why we are thinking about ways to make it easier to complete the content. Okay. Currently, the development team is preparing a feature that will allow players to skip all battles in the Training Cave at once if certain conditions are met, and we are planning to make this change available through an update in September. So they're confirming a date when we're actually going to be getting this. So we'll probably end of September, right? So sometime in September or end of September, we're going to be getting an update here that you know, helps make Training Cave a lot easier. It's going to make it so that we can just skip it entirely if we've met certain conditions, which we don't know what those conditions are yet, but I'm assuming it's just maybe having all of them starred. If you have all 5 stars for each of the training you know, stages, maybe they'll let you skip all of it. And that would be a really good way to lessen the burden, because that just means people just have to skip the entire thing. And I mean, we're done, right? So that's definitely a really good sign. The next thing that they got is improved reward acquisition method for Heroes Arena. So Heroes Arena is a content designed to allow players who are not members of a Night Order to experience a simulated Night Order competition, and to allow players who are currently participating in a Night Order competition to acquire materials to develop their characters while playing without any burden. Unfortunately, that you know, becomes a burden. However, we are aware the long season-based event period and the method of attaining rewards, which requires clearing all defensive teams, can be burdensome and tiring for players, and we plan to gradually eliminate this issue. Now, first, we plan to prioritize adjustments to the methods of obtaining rewards, and we plan to relax the criteria for receiving rewards so that you can receive rewards according to the clearing stage, even if you do not defeat all the defending teams in the league. Now, this is a really good thing, guys, because if the rewards are really good, let's say for, you know, Challenger Heroes Arena, where if I beat, you know, 2 of the towers, but I lose the last one, and I get more rewards than I would have gotten in Masters and Champion, then it incentivizes players to do the harder difficulty. Right now, the only reason why I only do the Masters difficulty is because the other ones are just too difficult for me. At least on my free-to-play account, right? They're just way too difficult. And so that would definitely help, not necessarily lessen the burden, but it definitely helps players so that they only have to clear a certain amount to still get some of the rewards, which I definitely do like. As we plan to gradually improve the event period and other aspects, we will provide further updates on improvements to the question or the content in question via notifications. Okay, so they haven't really confirmed a date for this yet, but that's something that they are discussing as well. And then right here, guys, this is a really big one actually. Multiple play against the Demon King. Now, the Demon King battle is a content designed to allow players to experience the fun of neutralizing the Demon King and clearing the stage by using cards that meet the conditions presented by the Demon King according to the situation. We have also added a new training element called True Awakening with the intention of allowing players to experience the fun of battle and training. However, after completing the True Awakening of the characters currently being used, the ultimate goal will be True Awaken all the characters that have appeared, which requires players to play the Demon King many times. But we gotta, you know, a plane up above right now, guys. So yeah, you can hear it in the background. But yeah, so that's important though. Demon King battle many times, and what does that mean they're going to do? Which ends up making players more tired than satisfied. To improve this issue, we are planning to add a feature that will increase the reward multiplier for memory crystal boxes based on the amount of coins registered, and allowing players to earn memory crystals faster and with fewer plays. That's a really good addition, because what that does is it makes it not necessarily, it's still infinite grind. I mean, it's still a problem, unfortunately. It's still infinite grind, but they have made it a lot easier now, because you can just put, 20 SSR coins, and then boom, they'll let you clear that many stages in one run instead of doing 20 different runs. I don't know exactly if that's how it's going to be, but that is something to take into account, and that's really good. That's a really good change, especially for the players that were struggling to get through Demon King, and they can't be asked to really do it super often. You do your 1 weekly clear and then you're good usually for most players, but if they make it so that you can just spend like, all your SSR coins, your extra dupe coins, to get more Demon King rewards, and you can get it all done in one go, that is really good. So honestly, that's a really good change right there. Now, the next thing that they got in the dev note, guys, is addition to new content and revision of existing content. So, as we mentioned in regards to the update direction for the second half of the year, in addition to reducing fatigue from existing content, we would like to inform you about new content that we'll be planning to provide new fun through changes to existing content. Okay, so reorganization of the Underground Labyrinth. Now, it's been a long time since we had an Underground Labyrinth that lets you experience roguelike combat, combat. In the case of seasonal Underground Labyrinth, we made adjustments to allow players to have slightly different experiences by varying the structure of the deeper levels and passive abilities depending on whether it's a collaboration or regular season. But we have felt that there were limitations due to the overall content structure. In the second half of the year, we are preparing to add elements such as difficulty selection, ranking, and new squares to give players a slightly different experience in exploring the Underground Labyrinth. I think that's actually really good. That incentivizes people to actually do it more than just the original run. If there's a ranking system, then people are going to try and score super high. You have a difficulty selection, so if someone's a newer player, they can do an easy version, and if someone's actually like a tryhard in the game, they can do the the little difficult one, right? So that's definitely a good change in my opinion. In the revamped Underground Labyrinth, players can choose to challenge dungeons of higher difficulty. We plan to provide players with the opportunity to experience fun and honorable challenges and competition through rankings based on the challenge results. We hope that with this revamp, along with the new strategy elements added, we'll provide a opportunity for players to brag about their Underground Labyrinth strategies to others. So that's going to be another thing that I could probably do as well to cover for the best strats to go through Labyrinth and do better. But this is good for players too, because that means you guys have more reasons to go back and do Underground Labyrinth for probably some more rewards, right? Hopefully they tie some rewards in the rankings, and it's kind of like Final Boss where you do get some gems or something, right? So yeah. Alright, so with the next thing here, guys, we got the new mini game Percival's Adventure. So we are planning to add some new mini games to add freshness to the mini games that players enjoy. The mini games that we are preparing for everyone to enjoy is based on the concept of the 4 Nights of Apocalypse and is based on the major game format. Of course, we will take into consideration the criteria for earning rewards so you don't feel burdened by being forced to play a certain amount every single day. We hope that these mini games that you will be able to enjoy at least a little for the world of the 4 Nights of Apocalypse that you've been waiting for. So they know we've been waiting for content from 4 Nights, and they've been kind of holding it off as well. But this is a really good announcement, because that means that we're going to be getting mini games with obviously the newer characters in 4 Nights, and they're hopefully going in that direction where we're going to start getting some 4 Nights related content. Alright, now the next thing with that, guys, we have the event boss battle reorganization. So event bosses are play event content that appear for each major event. However, players who remember the first appearances of Chimeras and Mercs will know the difficulty level was different than it is now. For the initial event boss battles, we adjusted the balance so that both new and experienced players could enjoy the battle through difficulty settings, but after repeated play for a long time, we think that they have become simple content for obtaining rewards. In order to bring back the fun of challenging early event bosses and finding strategies to share, the development team is considering implementing a method which players can challenge event bosses with slightly higher difficulty level depending on their training state and earn event rewards more quickly. Okay, that's not bad, because that means a later game player, let's say someone that's like, someone like me on my main account or even my free-to-play account where I've gotten super far in the game, if I'm just trying to do the higher difficulty so I can get more rewards and be done the exchange shop early, then that would be something that's really nice. And then obviously lower the burden. You only have to do it like 1 or 2 times, right? Of course, we plan to make changes to the event remains open to all players, right? So all players will still be able to do it regardless, of what they're trying to say here, without any new difficulty. But at the same time, we are aiming to make the changes in October so that players can complete the event more quickly by taking on the higher difficulty level. And they mentioned in October, guys, which means that could be for the upcoming collaboration. We do know we're going to be getting another one in October, and it does line up with last year for when we got a collab last year, being the Overlord collab, right? So we'll probably get a new collab in October, and that could tie in with an event boss, for that collaboration, which is another thing to mention. All right, now moving on from that, we got added challenger coins for PvP for the Brawl Festival. So this is something that was already done, guys, in the in the patch notes for JP. So they've already announced this, and this is already in the game. But pretty much what it is they added like a new shop here where you're able to get some extra coins. And yeah, I mean, it's nice obviously for the whales. Still not something that a general player is really gonna chase though, because it's not really rewards that are really that insane. I don't know if I made a note here about it though. Yeah, I don't know if I made a note about it here. Gear PvP needs a reason to be done. I did. So they, in a sense, are kind of addressing this, guys, right here with the challenger coins for PvP. The only thing is they have to still add actual rewards that people want to see in this so that people are, kind of doing it, right? Like, without that, they're just not going to do it. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I mean, we could go more into depth on this, guys, but it's in the patch notes, and you guys have already seen from my patch notes videos what this kind of looks like, and it's in JP right now. It's going to be coming to global Monday night, Tuesday morning when the update just drops, so. Alright, so moving on from that, we do have the battle menu improvements. So the battle menu is a UI that many players are most frequently use most frequently, and it plays an important role in allowing quick access to all content. Recently, seasonal content has been added, and the battle menu has been reorganized to focus on the most important content, but in the process, some content was removed due to limitations in the screen and content placement. In particular, the case of Brawl, even though it is a permanent content, there is no access button to the battle menu, which makes it inconvenient to enter PvP and then move back to Brawl. So yeah, this is pretty much like a UI thing, guys. So we've already seen this as well in the update too, so I feel like I don't need to really delve too much into it. What they did is they just put all the events at the top of the screen now, and then now they have all the regular weekly, daily content in the battle menu, right? So yeah, and then in this developer note, we focus on the direction of updates to the second half of 2024, and we will continue to provide information on various content and updates that the players can look forward to. We plan to gradually update the information we have shared by you by the end of the year, and we'll provide more details and announcements in developer notes. We continue to do our best to satisfy our players and make every effort. I hope so, guys. I really do hope so, but I'm glad that they have addressed some of the things here. Infinite grind is bad for the game. They have, in a sense, kind of addressed. I'm glad they did kind of talk about, having to do over and over again. I forget exactly where we saw this, though, but it's mostly with Demon King here, but they do need to do it to, Transcendent Bird right here. I think it's right here. Yeah, so over and over again. They understand that it's over and over again, guys. So that is a good thing, man. I'm glad the devs at least understand it, and that they changed that from being, like a infinite grind thing to a, a weekly thing, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, this is a good step in the right direction to minimize the burden, though, because, this does allow players to be able to just, put a certain amount of SA coins and then just do one full run. And then every other time, anyway, Demon King is just a weekly. So if they maybe did something like that, not necessarily that you have to, spend a certain amount of currency to be able to do floor 4 bird, but just let you do floor 4 bird and get a certain amount of rewards every single week. I think that's just the way they got to do it, guys. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, though. That is the dev notes and them addressing the drama. So we'll see what they actually do in the upcoming months, guys. But I'm definitely excited for, the future again of Grand Cross. It's nice to hear that the devs at least understand, and they're at least taking some of the stuff that I mentioned in my video and, actually implementing into the game, and also giving dates on some of the stuff they're doing too, where they said Training Cave is in September, they have Demon King in September too, the changes to this. So I'm glad that they are giving some dates as well, and even October for the, what was it? For the event boss reorganization. So there's a lot of things that they've announced dates for, which is good too. So that gives us an idea of when we're going to be getting these things. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of the dev notes right here. Are you guys going to be still playing Grand Cross after this dev note, or are you guys done because of the whole, Grand Cross not really doing the greatest? I think from now on, guys, from this period on, we should be doing a lot better. I'm just kind of hopeful for the game now. We'll see, man. We'll see again at the end of the day, right? So Again, guys, if there's anything that I need to address about, you know, certain things in the community or even in the game, I'm gonna address it, right? So if they ever do make another mistake in the future, I'm gonna make a video about it. But these are some things that they're doing that are pretty good for the game, and so I thought I'd have to address this as well. Even on the flip side, we gotta address the good things too. So that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and we'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.